Who's ready for the weekly bust? You're in the right place if you came to catch the show. Tyson and Levi are the names of your host. Who the next guest is, I really wanna know. Conversation escalating, let's get to the show. Who's ready for the weekly bust?
So, for those joining in, we've been waiting. We're live with the weekly bust. We got the man, the one and only, the guy that I've been waiting for most. This is Lorenzo, the Juggernaut Hunt. Yeah, what's up, baby?
Everybody, man, how y'all doing, man? Welcome to me, Casa.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Doing
welcome.
good.
Thank you for welcoming us, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's the video look? You guys got a good feed?
Crystal
sir.
clear, man. You look crystal clear.
1080p.
That's what's up, man. Let me stand out the way so you can see me whooping Hector Lombard's ass.
That's funny.
Okay, I like that one.
I was gonna bring that up. That's funny. I'm glad you were showing that. I like the medal behind you.
Man.
I like the medal you're wearing most. That one's sick too.
Yeah, I like that belt. Whatever's on your shoulder right
It's
there.
plenty.
Here, earn that belt. I think is that the police association belt?
Yeah. This is the Police Gazette belt. I like holding this belt for one. It's just one of them, and then the other ones. There's so many of them. I'd have to put them all on.
It gets
But
heavy.
the new guys coming in the BKFC, they won't receive this belt. You know, they won't have an opportunity to earn this belt. So, you know, this is like one of a kind. This is a throwback shit. This is gonna be, you know, part of the history books.
Okay.
That's a nice piece of jewelry
yeah,
there,
that thing
man.
is that thing is sweet.
Yeah, that belt didn't cut no corners, man. He got was real diamonds and everything on him. So it was sweet, man. You know, for him to do that for us.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal.
I even spent some time out at that at his museum, you know, and learned about some of those old bare knuckle fighters and stuff, and it was pretty cool.
That is awesome. And so he gave you the
through a little bit of
museum tour
history.
of the place, huh?
Yeah. It was
Awesome.
some good.
So for those who don't know and they're about to find out, this is the champion of the 185 division of the BKFC. He is the one and only guy that we have seen. This man threw hands like I've never seen before. I just said it a little bit ago. Like I said, he landed a combination on Joe Riggs in front of my eyes in Great Falls, Montana, in a succession that I've never seen in any fight live ever. And I've watched a lot of fights. Those who know, you know.
I mean, with that stature and being that quick, dude, that's just impressive. Seriously.
I mean,
fast.
I mean, with believe it or not, man, you know what's crazy? The tomato incident got more play and more hype and more replays than the actual knockout, which just goes to show you the type of world that we live in nowadays. You know, it's kind of all about publicity and you know, there's garbage, really just garbage. And a lot of people, they make their assessment of my skills based off of the garbage that they see. They don't have the sense to actually watch me fight and see like this guy's really good.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, bro. As a spectator, I wasn't ready. I had no fucking idea it was gonna be like that.
But I got it.
Ready either.
It's insane.
No, I got it because that's called media day. You know, you got to do something.
Wait,
Something's
did you?
gotta go.
Well, speaking of the tomato, I don't want to overshine what he was doing in the ring, but what was that planned?
No, I mean, like I said, I didn't actually plan. People interviewed me before. They asked me before. I didn't actually plan to stick the tomato in Joe Riggs' mouth, but he provoked me. You know how guys get up there and they face off and they're kind of like, you know, they kind of flinch at you.
Sure.
Yeah, give me that damn tomato.
Yeah, you did. I remember watching that. Yeah.
So I gave it to him. One mistake that people make when it comes to me is to try to scare me or intimidate me.
Yeah.
You don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know where I came from. You don't know enough about me to try to intimidate or scare me because I'm not scared. I'm not intimidated. And so then it backfires on you.
You're one of the scariest dudes I've ever met because I know you're humble, but behind that eye, man, like you get down like a motherfucker. Like, I like meeting you for real. I called my brother. I said, dude, Lorenzo's scary, dude. I'm not even fucking with you, man. That's for real.
It was like, man, I got kids, I got daughters and little sons, but they're not scared of me at all. I'm like, come here, sit down. They just look at me and laugh and walk away.
The more personable I got with you, though, man, like I realize you're a cool motherfucker, dude. You are legit and you're super humble, man. And I really respect that. That's why I've developed this relationship, I think, off the side, because I want to, like, I don't mind marketing you because I know who you are. You're a cool ass dude, man. Legit.
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
I mean, in
if you
one
pay
time,
attention to my fight, you'll see it's a little different. I come from a martial arts background, and martial arts is all about discipline and control and learning to use exactly enough. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And the other stuff, like I said, all the other stuff is like watching cartoons. If the people don't have enough sense to pay attention to see what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and why I have to do it and what's going on, then of course you're gonna get a misunderstanding for what I truly am. And then it's too late. Once we're in the ring, you find out you're in there with a master. Bro, you did not train for this.
right? Especially if they don't go back and do the research.
Right. If you don't go back and do the research, if you don't actually look, if you don't actually believe, a lot of people walk with their head and say, "Oh, this guy's nothing. He's just mouth. Oh, he's just attitude. Oh, he just gets in your head." What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I got to show you now, right?
Yeah. So that's what Joe Riggs with the stupid tomato stuff. He thought I was trying to get in his head, but I wasn't. He said some really, really foul stuff about me on the interview and just was talking crazy. And then when I checked him about it, I said, but I was just talking to you yesterday. Like, you were super friendly. He was like, yeah, I was planting tomatoes, but today I'll fucking drive over to your hotel and kick your ass. I'm like, you was planting tomatoes, huh? Okay. So I brought a tomato. So I brought a tomato to the weigh-ins with me, and it just kind of just went out of hand from there.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
We were there for media day. That shit was crazy. That shit was wild. But like I said, when I got to witness you in the ring for the first time, I was like, holy shit. And then your interview afterwards, you're like, I'll come town to town and whip your favorite fighter's ass. I was like, this guy is the fucking truth, man.
Not only before the fight, after the fight, dude. I was like,
I'm not kidding. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, the best part about that is my dad. My dad's my coach, and he knows me like through and through. He's behind shaking his head like, yeah, that's right. We sure will.
He said, we coming town to town. He's got that right. Damn right.
That segues you that. Your very first question, actually.
So growing up, you grew up in Cleveland. You live where now? Like, tell us about growing up in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Cleveland. I'm not. I'm from the poorest possible imaginable situation. I grew up in projects in Cleveland, Ohio, in the worst neighborhoods, Huff, Garden Valley, which is no longer there, and 30th. Like I said, just public housing projects, nastiness, piss in the hallways, just fighting over scraps. Funny story. One day I was walking from the store, and I must have been about maybe 10, and a kid asked me for a quarter. When I reached in my pocket to give him a quarter, he snatched a bag of food out of my hand and ran. And like, I was pretty fast. It's like I could have chased him, but my dad was like, nah, let him have it. You know what I mean? Like, it was rough. So I didn't grow up by any means like spoiled at all. Like we like to really talk about.
I would explain your character. That's where your humbleness comes from, my man.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really see me talk too much about Cleveland, about where I'm from, how I grew up, and all of that, because I'm just glad to be out of it.
Absolutely,
yeah,
sure. We did our homework on you, so don't be surprised by any of the things that we've dug up. I got a good one for you, man, and I found it interesting, and I think it'd be good for publicity for you. I just want to ring some people's bells. What the fuck? What the hell happened with Chris Brown?
So I'm just now kind of getting used to this whole little like celebrity status where everything I say is repeated or blown out of proportion, or
that blue check.
They free to make a comment on Instagram and nobody tripped. It's like just a no, just nobody just saying something. So when I watched Chris Brown, like I said, I grew up in impoverished neighborhoods. I know what drugs do. I've seen it before. I know what the symptoms look like.
Hey, can you repeat what you said to him?
I will. So when I saw the interview with Chris Brown, even though he was telling a touching story about how he used to, how he did his thing for P. Diddy and P. Diddy didn't like him, he kept like doing this weird thing with his mouth. And like, you know, I know from growing up that drugs and cocaine, I know it like gives you like this nervous thing with your mouth. And he kept like doing this little weird thing. And so I just typed on there. I just was like, man, why hasn't anybody noticed? You know, Chris Brown looks like he's using. You know, he looks like he's using. Because I remember Bobby Brown used to do it. Remember, he used to they jaw like this and shit. So I just typed it. You know, I'm just like, man, shit, man. Like, damn, I hope somebody look out for Chris Brown. He's moving his jaw and talking all weird and cracking up like he's using.
Yeah.
And he was pissed. He was pissed.
He was livid, bro. He wasn't fucking around, bro.
I should have seen us in the DM going back and forth, but really, like he really was pissed about it, and he did make a valid point. Like, hey, you don't know me. Like, don't say shit about me. Like, don't cross genres. Don't try like don't at all. So you shouldn't have the right to say shit about me. And then one of my friends or somebody who knows him or somebody who was who knows a little bit about him, they was like, you know, hey, they think he's got Tourette's or something like that. I started to feel really, really bad for making that. Yeah. So I started to feel really like an asshole for making that jump judgment. And then when he was in my inbox and he just hit me up and was like, hey, you know, you need to mind your own business. You know, he was like, I don't know if I fucked one of your girlfriends or something, but
yeah. He's a G, bro.
Yeah,
that's cool. He slid up though.
Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. You know, I probably should have kept that to myself. But we live in a time where the shit you say on Instagram, the shit you say on Twitter, especially when you got that little blue check, it has this biting you in the ass. You know, people will publicize it and blow it up.
Oh yeah, man. They dig up what they can.
Oh, yeah, so they were like, the champ says Chris Brown smoking. I was like, oh, we've seen it about everywhere except for TMZ. I'm like, oh shit. My girl, oh, no, you shouldn't have did that.
You're like, I realize that now.
I thought it was the funniest shit ever, man. I was like, yo, the champ just called Chris Brown out for doing dope.
Chris Brown had the Molly mouth.
Yeah.
I apologize to him because I'm human like anybody else. I can make a snap judgment. I can be wrong. I can talk shit. And people talk shit about me all the time. People say the meanest shit, like you can imagine, and they know nothing about me. So as soon as he said that, I felt instantly bad. Like, damn, you know, I did the same thing that people do to me. I rushed the judge and did that.
Fair enough, man. Levi, you got the next one, my guy.
Who inspired you most growing up, like to get into?
My father. I mean, living in a impoverished neighborhood with really nothing or no one to look up to. My father is the man, and my father was disciplined.
What's his name?
Melvin Hunt.
Is he?
You see him always with me.
Okay.
Did he fight?
So he's still coach till this day. He was my original martial arts instructor. He gave me my first belt. He's like, he is the man. And he's even better than me. And he's like 60 now. And he still fights with me. He still holds mitts for me. He still can kick.
What's he train in most? What's his base? What's he specialize in?
Kempo karate. So we grew up doing, you know, practicing for weapons, defense, and stuff like that. And just
awesome.
You know, karate was my thing. And in coming from traditional martial arts, even when MMA got super popular, you know how the karate guys didn't really jump to it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The jiu-jitsu guys, the karate guys, everybody tried to kind of hold on to their schools, hold on to their disciplines. And then later on, you know, MMA got more and more popular. Then I got into it a little later, you know? Yeah. I didn't turn pro in MMA until I was about 33.
Okay.
Which is why guys that's in MMA, they're like, where the hell did he come from? He's a nobody.
That was a question we had on the list is like, you know, what inspired you to jump so late was, you know, that was actually one of our questions.
Little do they know.
Well, I was teaching self-defense. And like I said, sticking to the martial arts tradition, I was a tow truck driver and I was teaching self-defense to the college kids in St. Augustine. And they had a charity event. Rumble in the Ancient City was raising money for Multiple Sclerosis Foundation. And since I was this badass teaching the girls how to not get, you know, attacked in the parking lot, they thought it'd be pretty funny to sign me up. Yeah. So they signed me up for a fight as a practical joke. And I kicked the guy's ass so bad that it was in the newspaper.
Wow.
Ah, nice.
It was like, whoa, this secret martial arts master among us, you know. And it was a really big deal in that small town. It was on the Sunday paper. It went everywhere, all over the town, and then everybody started recognizing me. So they started signing me up for these charity events every couple of months. And I literally went through Florida kicking ass, like on terror. And that's just how it happened. It wasn't for money. It wasn't for fame. It wasn't for nothing. I still was towing cars. I still was teaching self-defense. And I just, learned a little bit of jits on the fly. I never had much wrestling background or nothing. And I just got into MMA like that, amateur MMA. My record was like 9-1 or something like that. And they wind up offering me a pro contract for the RFC. Next thing you know, I'm a pro.
Wow.
Wow. That's insane how fast it moved.
Yeah, and I just kind of followed it. I just followed it. One thing led to it. Here we are.
Right.
And look how many, I mean,
Now we got
the jewelry you're wearing and the stuff behind you
Yeah.
just for itself, man. Your accolades are
It's
incredible.
kinda
Your story's incredible.
It's kind of like when you pull a little thread out the sweater and it just keeps just. I just followed it. And then since I always was a disciplinarian, I always, stuck true to my craft. It just only got better and better. And I just kept kicking ass.
hell yeah.
What was your most memorable experience from fighting down in Florida?
As an amateur, you mean? Or I'm still fighting in Florida.
On your terrorizing path.
Yeah.
On your terrorizing path to Florida.
9-1.
I think, man, listen, the original one was wild, but it just got wilder and wilder. The original one, if you look it up on YouTube, it's called Rumble in the Ancient City. It's old as hell. We're talking like 2000,
for sure.
talking like 2013, and I just smacked the guy. That was my first amateur. Then I wind up, linking up. I fought Brad the Axeman Taylor. I don't know if you know who he is. Crazy popular kid, and had about maybe 200 amateur fights. He was just kicking ass. He used to be on a show on the History Channel called The Axeman.
Okay.
And
yeah.
like a super amateur fight. And I kicked his ass so bad it was like
So you have a resume of beating up people in the spotlight then.
Yeah, it kind of happens that way. See, I'm not shy. I'm not shy. The more lights and cameras you turn on, the worse you're liable to get it. Other people, they kind of shy. It's like, oh, the big lights. No. If you point a camera at me and try to embarrass me, that shit's gonna backfire.
It is on.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, Garrett James was a big guy, big name down here. Alex Nicholson, we kind of come up in the same. Mike Perry, he was kicking ass in Florida. I was kicking ass in Florida. All those guys.
Mike Perry, man. Shout out Mike Perry. So what was the incident when you hopped the ring with Hector Lombard and
Oh, that was that's playing on there. So I don't know if you guys follow BKFC or if you just new fans or what, but I was kicking ass long before Hector came to the BKFC.
I just heard
originally there was no belts, no rankings because the sport was kind of new.
Mm-hmm.
And I was perfectly fine with that. I wasn't putting any pressure on the promotion to make me the champ or nothing because there wasn't a champ. Right. I had the best record in the weight division, in 2 weight divisions actually. But since there wasn't a tournament and there wasn't a belt holder, I never thought nothing of it. I just went from fight to fight, state to state, doing my thing.
Hector Lombard fucking said in Great Falls, he ain't lying. This guy's telling the fucking truth, man. He comes to your city, beats up your favorite fighter.
Yeah. I was doing my
he's not lying. He's not lying, bro.
Who's got a name? I'm coming.
I never argued with David Feldman about where we went, what we did, who we fought. Never. They sent me a contract and I went and I just kind of took care of the business because there wasn't a champ.
Right.
I was like the unspoken champ. Everybody knew. If you were coming to the BKFC, you knew like shit, Lorenzo's kicking ass. Then Hector came to the BKFC.
I know now.
It just kind of got a pass, like right to the belt.
Okay.
Man, you kick a lot of people's asses, man, and you have a really big ass fight that is like being rumored and being tossed around by every fucking outlet that I know of. What's going on with the Mike Richmond situation? If you can give us anything, man.
I mean, just your guys' little spat at.
honestly, that's not a big fight for me. That's a big fight for him. Like, that's not a big fight for me. I mean, coming from just
Man, I love the champ, dog.
listen, coming from just whooping Hector Lombard in his hometown in Miami, they rioted when I whooped his ass. People was trying, they had to step over people. They were busting out windows and shit.
Wow.
That was a big fight.
Yeah.
Going to Great Montana, somebody chucked a bottle at my girl. Somebody pushed my mom.
I wanted to
Like,
bring
that
that up, dude. I wanted to bring that up.
Fighting Joe Diesel Riggs at home in Montana for the belt. That was a big fight.
People
Like,
don't
yeah.
understand that it's a rugged environment here, man. People are loud. They're
Yeah.
fucking, yeah.
I'm just saying, as far as big fights go, like Mike Richmond, like that's
He's
not
a
a big.
name, though. It's a big name, though. You know what I mean? It'll be a big fight for BKFC is who it'll be a big fight for,
Yeah.
because the attention that it's going to bring is a lot.
Yes.
At this point, considering the work that I've put in and what I've done, I believe that every fight that I fight is going to be a big fight for BKFC.
Absolutely. I mean, everyone
You
wants
put
a
the-
piece of the fucking champ, bro.
You put the leg
Right.
work in, they're showing up. You've already done it.
Right.
They want to feel
Coach, I said I'm for a reason. It ain't like I didn't just pop up and they were like, give him the belt. Nah. So I jumped in the ring on Hector Lombard like that because they were making a conscious effort not to ever have us in the same place at the same time.
Ah.
It was very, very hard to catch me and Hector Lombard. You would have been able to see the difference between us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I stand next to Hector Lombard, it's like, wait a minute, who's the champ? How did that happen? You know what I mean? Like a chihuahua and a pit bull. Like, wait a minute. But then you could see it. You could see it. And even when he hit,
you were like, what the fuck?
even when he hit me, you could see it. It was like, that's it?
Dude, he literally
mom-
looked at him. He's like, yo, what the fuck?
My mom, it would do more than that.
So yeah, it's time to finish then, huh?
So you fought all these people. What's your biggest dream fight?
I don't
You gotta
necessarily.
have one, champ.
So I don't really have a dream fight, but I did tell you guys what my plan is,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter in those seats when I get there.
Okay.
And that's kind of because I don't actually look at individuals or individual accolades or what they've done or who they've done or how they can help me or hurt me. I look at you like a dummy, like that dummy that Ip Man used to fight.
Yeah.
Two
It Man,
arms,
baby. Shout out
Yeah.
It Man. Yeah.
Two
fuck
arms,
it.
two arms, two heads, and a leg. Right?
I'm not fighting a name. I'm not fighting your past. I'm not fighting all the fans. I'm not fighting your mom who believes in you no matter what.
Right.
Fighting two arms, two legs, and a head. Two arms, two legs, and a head.
Okay.
So, and I do my move like I did that It Man looking shit to Joe Riggs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've been practicing that forever. If you go back to,
Dude,
you
I'm
go-
serious. For those who don't know and who've never seen it, you have to watch what he does. I'm serious. It's the craziest combo in succession in real fucking time in an actual fight. It's insane. It really is.
It happened so quick. I didn't know.
I didn't even know
If
you
it
hit
was
him in the
over or
head. I
not,
thought it
but
was
it was
all
over
body
for
shots,
sure.
dog. And like I was like, what the
he
fuck?
didn't- I hit him in the head. He didn't even know.
Yeah, it was bang, 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 bow. I was like, oh, and yeah, it is over. Yeah, I was like,
I was
all right,
like,
I had
holy
to double
shit.
watch that.
So later on that night, they came and told me, Joe Riggs actually went to the hospital. He had a broken rib, busted eardrum. Blood was
Wow.
coming out his ear. And so, like I said, it's two arms, two legs, and a head. And you can be like, my name is this, and I'm that, and I'm the Aztec warrior from the planet such and such. What the fuck ever. If you ain't got 3 or 4 arms, you 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. I know what to do.
You don't look like Goru.
That's the sport
Yeah.
one. That's the sport one. That's a great question.
Okay, so
Yeah. I know what to do to you.
if you
If you don't got 4 arms, I know exactly what to do to you. If you got 4 arms, I got to do something different.
yeah, that's that's right.
Mortal Kombat.
If you were in another professional sport besides fighting, what would it be?
Yeah, you're in phenomenal shape. What the hell would you do besides fighting?
Linebacker.
So
Linebacker. Good call.
I like football. You know, my cousin's Kareem plays for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Really?
Last year, we move like, you know, I'm a little older than that. So, you know, I think for me, fighting's it. I've been fighting my whole life. I have a reason to fight. I'm really, really good at it. Fighting is like, for me, like shooting the ball is for LeBron. You shoot the fucking ball and it goes in. I throw the punch and he goes down.
Yeah.
It's good at it.
But you are in your, I mean, obviously you are in your sport, but for me, I would do baseball. That's easy money and not a hard game. So you can do it forever.
You do baseball?
Just for the money.
I mean, I played softball before. I never played baseball. I think I played Little League when I was really, really little. I'm kind of good at everything. I used to play shortstop. I used to play left field when I played, you know.
I can see him do shortstop.
Just like I have really, really quick twitch fiber muscles. I'm not afraid of nothing. So I'm always there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I did gymnastics. I'm hyper coordinated. I can do weird shit that I can move my body in ways other people can't. And it translates. It just literally translates to any sport. Like I can pretty much be good at anything. If you pick me up on your team, we do good. You know what I mean?
Right.
The thing I have trouble with is kind of golf. I tried to hit a golf ball and it was like, what the fuck?
So we love golf, man. Actually, that's probably like some of our favorite offsides is golfing, me and this guy.
If we can out there, dude, I love
If
golf.
we can, dude. And mostly because we just fucking dick around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it doesn't seem like you didn't have much like any like you have no failures. So it's like I have a question, but I mean it doesn't line up that well.
Give it a hole in one.
Was there ever a point in the last few years that you're just like, fuck it, this isn't worth it no more?
Yeah, I mean I retired. I retired before bare knuckle became legal. I had just retired. I look on one of my old Facebook posts and I was like, well, no, I'm done with this. I got a life. I got a business. I'm doing. There's no reason for me to put my family through the stress of Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And that was after I fought Joey Pfeiffer. That was actually my first time meeting David Feldman, which is crazy because everything lines up so weird.
Okay.
Back before bare knuckle was legal, David Feldman used to run a MMA promotion, and it just so happened that they called me and I went up to Philly and fought for MMA promotion, Art of War or something like that. I fought the hometown hero. I really was supposed to smoke him, but he choked me. He choked me the fuck out because I had no jiu-jitsu experience. But that guy, he went on to do pretty good. I think he did like 5 or 6-0 or something, and wind up maybe did a UFC fight or maybe like Bellator fight or two. But I don't know, he probably works at Walmart now. But after that, it was like I had flew all the way that far and did all of that work and took time off work. And then I lost in the first round, rear naked choke. And it was just, what the hell am I doing? Let me get back to work. Let me get my business. Let me focus. And then Dada 5000 from Miami, they reached out to me and they were like, hey, we really, really like your fights. We saw your knockouts. What do you think about bare knuckle?
Christian, can we get the next slide, buddy?
You know what I mean? And so I took it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
After that, I went to David Feldman's tryout and I smoked it. And got to meet Rashad Evans and all those guys. And now I smoked the tryouts. Smoked the tryouts. And David Feldman offered me a contract. The rest is history. As soon as they let the dog out.
Okay. Did you have a toughest fight?
As an amateur or pro, or you mean period in my life?
Like
what's the hardest fight you ever had?
All right, so here's something weird. My skill level is advanced, very, very advanced.
Right.
But I've lost. And I call them acts of God, moments that God took time out to humble me. For example, I fought a guy named Benjamin Dumas. I had a size advantage, a weight advantage, a cardio advantage, a better record, everything. I went into this fight and I was flopping him. Nice, easy, just boom, boom, boom. It's supposed to be an easy fight. He fakes it, spins around, and elbows me. Spinning back fist.
Damn.
Lights out.
Remember I said you were knocked out?
Amateur. There's the one.
Damn.
Spinning back. I mean, he smacked me right on the lips. My lips was over this far.
Damn.
And so I think that was a moment for me to realize, like, I had to learn that aggression was not everything.
Yeah.
Being hyper aggressive, it can backfire on you.
Uh-huh.
And that was the time that I needed to learn that. Fast forward, I knock a couple more guys out. I get a pro contract, and you know, I took a couple jiu-jitsu losses, but they weren't hard losses. None of my losses were super hard losses because I know what I know and I know what I don't.
Yeah.
So if you beat me at golf, I'm not gonna take it personal. I know what I know what I don't. So I was like, I golf shit. I never did that before, so it's okay. The Gustavo fight, again in bare knuckle, I was undefeated.
Yeah.
And it really, the Gustavo fight was a wardrobe malfunction. I don't know if you guys remember, but if you go back and watch the fights, so everybody make excuses or whatever, blase, blase. I don't have a problem with that. I'm the champ.
That's right.
If you go back and watch the fights, whenever I was fighting in tennis shoes. I was fighting in tennis shoes. I even got blasted out by the company for fighting in Jordans one time.
Wow. Okay.
But I always had trouble with grip inside the bare knuckle cage, inside the bare knuckle ring.
Yeah.
It's an MMA mat, and it's not a boxing mat. But they require you to wear boxing shoes, but it's not a boxing mat. So it caused some confusion by it being a new promotion, which shoes you could wear. So I had a pair of shoes that were literally wrestling / MMA, blah, blah, blah shoes. Slippery. They were slippery. And if you go back to the fight, right when I go to throw the right hand, I slip. He chucks his arm up and closes his eyes. Bang! I cut my lip. It's over. They stopped the fight.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really got to say, oh no, you know, I had the wrong fucking shoes on. Oh no, you know what I mean? But whatever. There's the one. Now I'm 9-1.
Yeah.
There's
one. Why don't you just say it like O'Malley? Just say it like O'Malley, man. You're 10-0.
10-0.
Listen, I'm cool with it. I accept it. I moved on. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you go watch,
hashtag undefeated.
Pay attention to my feet. I never, ever let them control the shoes I wear again. Go back and watch. And I never lost again. Simple as that.
The champ speaks.
I'm behind it.
So you got a great thing going on the side, not just fighting, but everything else. You got a lot of shit that's going on as the National Alliance for the Veterans. And
those are one of my sponsors, man. Crazy story. I was doing charity, and I would let the audience pick the event every time. So whenever they won the raffle, they picked the event. And so the guy, he lost both his sons after they came back from war. He had twin boys that killed themselves. And he just was like, hey, man, can you champion this cause for me? It created such an uproar in the audience and such an outpour of emotion that I couldn't say no.
Right.
And so I stuck with that charity ever since. And they stuck with me. So they sponsor me, and then I collect donations and send the donations, and everybody gets to do something for the veterans. And we just try to, if you go to www.juggernauthunt.com, you'll be able to see all the stuff we do for the veterans, and people leave comments and stuff. We build wheelchair ramps and times that we, went out and took presents. It's an amazing thing to be able to help those guys out, especially since they're the heroes. They're our heroes.
You heard that right. You heard that right. Salute.
That's an awesome way to give back to your community. I respect that a lot.
So you heard the man. You can check that out at thejuggernauthunt.com. Be sure to check that out. It's an important site for him, and that's a good way to follow him as well as what he's up to and what he got going on. So the coolest place that you've been in the last few years, I want it because you've seen to travel all over. Where do you like it?
Loving it. honestly, I'm gonna go with Puerto Rico, where I recently bought some property over there just because, like, at home there, and so I'll be traveling there a lot more, working with Elvin Brito and training fighters and
Brito.
just Brito. That's the man right there, man.
Yeah, he is, dude. I came back and said he was one of the coolest dudes ever, man. Really,
yeah,
really.
that's
nice guy, man.
I'll be out there wrestling poncho and drinking coconuts and swimming in the ocean. So Puerto Rico by far, Manabo, Puerto Rico, a very little known place, very wonderful place, closest thing to heaven I've ever experienced.
Britt and Beltran been spending some time down there too.
That sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah, they actually stay at my place. So yeah.
Is that right? Shout out to them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's all love out there. I've been to Texas. I went to El Paso. I got to give the kids some food through the fence and stuff like that. That was kind of, I've been around. Went to train in the desert. I've been to Cali, been to Vegas. I've done more traveling in the last year or so than I did my whole life. So I'm loving it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
ever since I've been following you, dude, it's been something.
It's
cool.
been wild. It's been a wild ride, man.
Crazy. Yeah, I've been everywhere, man. I'm loving it.
No, that's awesome. With that, I'm gonna play onto it with who does your editing, like, for your clips?
Oh man, it's me. It's all me.
Okay, awesome.
All me.
I've been following that. I'm like, hey, that's actually well put together, because I'm getting into that on.
He likes to do that shit,
man.
On
this.
Yeah, it's all, and I'll say it because, like, it's very, very hard to get people to convey my sense of humor or what I'm thinking. So even if I hired you to do something for me, you do it, and it'd be nice, but it'd be from your perspective. So I try to, find time to just twiddle around, and I'll download editor apps and different types of stuff and try this and try that. And I just make my own videos. So if you guys see any of that stuff that I post, it's all me.
I share.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I put it to the bus story.
Can I get it on the record, man? We know who won that fucking Brito Palomino fight, right?
Of course, man. That was pure trash, man.
I was so fucking pissed. I was like, what? What the fuck just happened?
That hurt me.
Not to take it from Palomino, he did well, but we knew who did. We knew who did better.
Listen, not only did we know who won, Miami knew who won.
Yeah.
And Palomino knew who won. Palomino's coaches knew who won. Because if you go back, if you know any Spanish at all, or somebody who knows Spanish, just go back and listen to his corner. They're telling him, you're losing. Oh, you gotta do something.
Gotta turn it up. Yeah, man. You gotta turn it up because Brito was on that ass, bro.
And even when Palomino went over to Brito at the end and he said, man, you're a true champion, you're the champion. He basically was conceding to Elvin that, bro, this is your belt, this is your class. I'll go back to 155. I'm still the champ. You know what I mean? He basically was just saying, yeah, you're right.
Feldman needs to run it back, man.
Huh?
He needs to run it back. Feldman.
Yeah, I don't know. You know how it goes. Sometimes when people steal from you, they don't give you another chance. It's hard. It'll be easier to get a run back if Palomino thought he won. But since Palomino knows the truth, I doubt if he would sign papers to run that back. You already got beat up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point.
That's a fair point.
Got beat up. Why run it back? like that.
Right. Like, I'm champ.
As a fighter, though, you think the man that got you want to run it back with. He didn't win that fight. We all know that.
Yeah, it's weird, man. But like I say, Palomino, he's older. He's an older guy. Shit, he's even older than me. You know what I mean? And so I think he's working on a legacy fighter too, and I think he'll fade. I think he'll fade away. I think he's looking for his way out the door. Like you say, he's got his double champ status, and as long as you play with the editing enough, eventually people will be like, "Oh my God, you're the double champ." Everybody will forget.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird. You got to leave it all in the ring, and I would have had to put my man down.
Yeah.
I don't trust in the judging system. I don't trust nobody. So you gotta go down. It gotta be indisputable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say that in the fight world, don't leave it to the judges.
Yeah, they say that for a reason. It shouldn't be, but whatever.
So,
You know what I
Levi,
mean?
you have a phenomenal question here, or is it, want me to lead it up, the top one?
You got that one. I got.
Okay,
you,
so
you know
looking-
a question I got, baby.
So looking back at the Eric Lorenzo fight and BKFC 12, in the third round, it appeared that you were taunting the shit out of him. Was that planned of any kind?
Nah, not really. I don't know if you guys noticed, like when you ask me, do I need to know the questions? I'm really, really fluid. I take what you give me, what you do. I feed off of it. I learn from it. I measure you. And with Eric Lozano, if you watch it, like he took a shot at me after the bell. That changed things.
Yeah.
Because then everything was sportsman. Like I didn't know him from
As a
Adam.
martial artist, that's what you always say, man. Respect is important.
Weigh-ins. I never met him, never spoke to him, never seen his Instagram, never seen his Facebook. So it wasn't a reason for it to be anything but sportsman until he took a shot at me after the bell.
Yeah.
Once he shot at me after the bell, then okay, it's time to embarrass you. Now it's time to dog you.
Right.
And so so I dogged him, but I knew I had him with that double right hand. I knew I had him the whole time because of the way he leaned back every time I threw a right hand.
Yeah, man. You made an example of him.
Yeah, I actually hit him too hard. I didn't think it would actually land that clean. I thought that he was a little bit further away. So when I hit him, I actually thought he was dead. But I said yeah.
I mean, it happens in this sport, though. It really does. Look at in Russia last year, they lost 2 boxers because of fucking refs that didn't stop
I
fights
think we
in time.
just lost a boxer to sparring this week.
Are you serious?
I've been seeing
Holy
really
shit.
weird boxing.
When I looked down at him, I was definitely checking to see if he was.
It happens, man. Fuck.
Then I said a little prayer, and he got back up, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, power of prayer."
Champ. Okay, so
Yes,
I don't know if you've ever watched any of our episodes, but there is a particular question that gets asked every episode by every guest. Okay, it's uncomfortable, but it happens, and every guest, they either lie, they can cheat, they can steal, but the question gets asked: how big is the piece you're packing?
What?
I swear to God, every guest, my man, even the champ before you.
Oh, that baby swinging.
He swings like an elephant.
Mission accomplished. What's up?
Mission, what's happening, buddy?
Oh, that's about it.
I had to lead it. My brother took it last night. He had to ask the champ last night. He asked Reggie, man. I was like, I can't believe it, man.
I had to ask Reggie. That's
I
right.
was like, I'll take this one. Fuck it. So speaking of off topics, this is another one that we had, man. Everyone kind of is scared of something, right? It doesn't appear that you're scared of shit. I'm scared of spiders. Levi's scared of heights. Kale, he's scared of
I'm scared of the dark, man. I see shadows, and I'm like, what?
Holy shadows.
we barely let
The
him out
shadow
of
man out in the corner.
we barely let this guy out of the loony bin.
That's right.
Now, what is the champ scared of?
I don't like being underground. Like,
Okay.
Claustrophobic?
not really claustrophobic, just like tunnels and caves.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh, in caves and cave
fucking
dives.
scary, dude. When I went in the cave in Oregon, it was spooky, dude. I ain't gonna bullshit you because it was
I
dark
don't,
as shit.
I don't know why. I don't know why. There's no reason. Like,
Like
it's
lifeless.
just- one time I went to one of those forts. You ever been to the fort and they like take you around and show you under the fort?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
looked down the hallway and there was like a candle down there and shit. And I was like, man, I'm not going down there. Hell no. So, like,
I seen it.
People that go down
going
those hallways
upstairs,
don't come back.
So if there was like a
yeah,
million,
I'm not scared of heights. I'm not scared of spiders or snakes or gators or nothing. I don't like going under shit though. I'm good. Like, I don't like going in the ground. Like,
Man, I was sad when I was down in Florida. I wanted to really see the ocean down there. I heard the beaches. I never got time for it, and then I never got to see an alligator, dude. I was really looking forward to it.
oh, me and my daughter went to the alligator farm the other day. That shit was crazy.
I was,
Bro. Them dinosaurs. That's
yeah, dude. They're fucking dinosaurs, man.
your word,
They're a
dinosaurs.
million years old. Yeah, they're
Some only eat once.
Hey.
I mean, out in the wild, that's crazy.
what?
wonder what
Yeah,
they
That's
eat.
not true, is it?
They get one water buffalo and they're good.
The crocodile?
Yeah,
That can't be real. Is that true? You think that's
in
true?
Africa, for real.
What?
He says crocodiles only need to eat once a year if they take down the
One
water.
big meal, dude. Then they like hibernate them.
Big ones. I mean, I saw how they were eating. Like they don't swallow at all.
Huh?
At all. Like they just they just rip off pieces and just swallow it whole. So I mean, you can imagine shit. How long could you keep a damn deer leg or buffalo leg
You just
in the freezer?
I mean, it makes
you-
fucking sense.
Right? Especially if it's a whole half of a fucking water.
Yeah, you got a whole half a cow leg in your stomach. Yeah, they just go underground and chill. Shit, gotta take it.
So with London coming up, are you gonna fly overseas and show face?
Say that one more time.
With London coming up, are you gonna fly overseas and show face?
I thought about it. Nah, I'm good. I'm good at home. I'm good. I'm the champ, so they can fly to come see me.
Fair enough.
Damn right.
But I'm getting ready to do the bare knuckle tryouts right after that show.
Yep.
in
I
Jackson.
seen that.
Yep.
I seen you post that.
Go ahead, champ. Go ahead and speak on all that. Let the fans know.
Up banners and signs in the city, passing out promotional material. So while them guys are over there working, I'll be over here working, getting ready to set up this Jacksonville main event against whoever want to play chicken with a truck.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Damn, that's awesome, dude. That's tough.
That's gonna be
Play
cool,
chicken
man.
with
So
a
I
truck.
hope. And so, what's the charity? What's it like? Completely. What's it all going to? What's it all? It's a.
It's called the National Alliance to End Veteran Suicide.
Okay. Now, do you want to give some details on that, where they might be able to go visit? Maybe for.
Yeah.
for
You can go to www.juggernauthunt.com, and that site is for the National Alliance to End Veteran Suicide. But since I'm the brand ambassador, it runs everything that we're doing, charity events, the Boss Week event coming up in Jacksonville, Florida, the Lomco Wilcox Foundation, who is one of my biggest sponsors, helping to set up everything for Boss Week in Jacksonville. We're doing a lot for the community, trying to do some financial literacy, some self-defense stuff, and it's like a whole week of events coming up. So if you want to find out about it, just go to www.juggernauthunt.com. You can register to come to the bare knuckle tryouts. You can register for the yacht dinner. It's all type of stuff on there. Just a whole
I didn't see anything about a yacht dinner. I'm gonna go look at it.
Okay, now there's another question that's gonna feed off it. Is there a way that for people who are not within that area that can tune in, watch, and all that shit too?
Yeah, like I said, just keep up with me on Instagram, at thejuggernauthunt.com. Follow me on Facebook, Lorenzo Hunt, and like I said, that website basically will keep you fed into everything. We do photo dumps, we do video, bare knuckle highlights.
You got merch?
Say that again.
You got merchandise?
And I haven't gotten the merch thing figured out just yet, but we're working on it.
Okay, well, the people are asking. That's why I asked. So that was one of the questions within the comments here.
But like I said, we're working on distribution. I like coffee mugs and little memorabilia stuff.
We want hoodies. We want t-shirts.
Yeah, I got some t-shirts. I got a
I see that. I'll get some.
No shit. We'll support the champ.
But yeah, we'll get it set up so the guys can so that the site's reliable. The last time we had a merch site, it was unreliable. You know me, I'm flying all around the world. The last thing I want is for people to be hitting me up like, hey, I never got that shirt, So we want to have reliable stuff and quality merch. So we're working on it.
That makes sense.
Right, got to get the supply chain working first. I get that. I respect
that.
Okay.
I know that you offered us a shit ton of time. I don't want to take all of it. I really, I'm super, super appreciative of you, man. I told you that in Florida. I told you that here when I met you for a brief second. I mean every second that I mean that, man. Like, we appreciate you, bro. And we're watching your journey. We're supporting you. We're sharing the shit out of you.
I hope you come back to Great Falls.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. I'm coming back. I know you guys got another champ out there for me to tighten up. And like I said, I love to come back. And when I come back, maybe I'll do a seminar, come out to y'all show. Maybe we could do something on the radio and not get to, shake it. Because, I'm not a monster, just half.
Yeah, in the ring you are, bro. In the ring.
He's a control monster.
The rest of me is all sweet, bro. It's
He's the Juggernaut inside in the ring, man. But
yeah.
Lorenzo, the champ Hunt out here, man. And he's cool as
Yeah.
fuck. I hope you do touchdown, man. We welcome you right here where
His
Kale's sitting.
tomatoes are his grenades.
That's right.
Tomatoes are grenades. You know?
I knew he was that man when he ate that tomato raw.
I like tomatoes. What I'm talking about.
I was standing like,
Yo, he
I was
cracked
wondering,
into that
I
thing
said-
like an apple.
I looked over, I said, oh, hell no, that's a tomato. And then I seen him take a bite. I was like, oh, hell no.
That was some gangster
like, that's
shit.
a
I was like,
bad
who
man,
the fuck
mama.
bites a tomato, bro?
I looked over, I was like, hey, that's a bad man, mama. He's like, that's right.
All right, brother. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm sure you got shit to do. You're a busy man. I really appreciate you jumping on our show, the virtual, and I
Thank
cannot
you.
wait for you.
Thank you.
Get up anytime, man.
Keep it easy.
Thanks,
Yes,
champ.
sir.
Well, that
We
was
are
that was
the
the
Weekly
champ.
Buzz.
That was the champ who joined in, and he gave us a hell of a show, man. And he's a hell of a dude.